Hey, Will, how's it going? Just making sure I have everything all set up. I know what I forgot. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting. I remember now. There we go. That's better. Hello, everybody. It is yours truly, TMOG 217. We're back with another live build. It's been a hot minute. As per usual, I guess this is the new norm for me. Building like once a month. I swear I'm slowly making progress on the Lego room. Not really, but we're just going to say I am, just for the sake of making myself feel better for adding another thing to the pile of reviews. But I hope everyone's having a good day so far. We're here building a classic, which is thanks to Chris. A bit of a disclaimer, I haven't paid this off yet, but I'm pretty sure I got the A-OK to build this, even though it's not, whatever. I mean, that's why he sent it to me, I figure. Speak of him, here you go. How's it going? Hey, Chris. Thank you for sending this. I'm very excited to build this. I know there's like other sets I'm also excited for. I'm just like, I need to see what it's like, you know? Oh, no worries, man. The stuff you found is awesome. I wasn't expecting like you to go out of your way. Like, it's just kind of like if you walked into like a whatever store you saw it kind of thing. Like, either way, I really appreciate it. I don't even. I think you've shared all that you found so far. Either way, the stuff you've shown me that you found is really cool. We're gonna have to work out some other stuff, like just figure out how much you spent so that I can add it to my total of what I owe you for the stuff you sent me before you went on your trip. So, but yeah, I'm excited for the stuff you found. But yeah, definitely will be doing some trading card talk today because my goodness, I just finished opening all the trading cards I got recently, and I got an info dump like heck on it, about it. But anywho, yeah, we're here building Lego Star Wars Poes X-Wing. I gotta readjust my camera stand because I messed around with it so that I could do a different kind of video style regarding trading cards, which probably won't come out until after all the regular content comes out for Series 10. So this little stand is kind of like, yes, I know it's adjustable, but yada yada yada. I'm rambling. What else is new? That's okay. We can mess around with the first few minutes because, I mean, everyone's getting all their notifications and whatnot. I really should have taken a picture how I had it beforehand. Or maybe I just need to invest in a new stand for the speed build camera. Yeah, this is by far my favorite looking Poes X-Wing. Like, I know there's like 3 minifigure scale ones, and this is by far the coolest looking one in my opinion. I'm definitely excited to build it. If you can, like, the ones that you sent me a picture of, well, I actually double checked. I'm missing like 19 cards out of the 200. Trying not to be too greedy in the sense of, like, I know each tin comes with a specific limited edition card. I don't know which limited edition card. Just to keep it simple for myself, so that way, I mean, I'm already having so many duplicates, it really doesn't matter. I'd prefer to have the Zane one. If I could pick one of those 4 tins you showed, I'd love to get the Zane one. The Mega tin looks very tempting, but again, I don't need any of the Series 9 or Series 9 next... Well, I don't know. I say that, but it's like, I know I'm missing like 20 cards for Series 9, Series 9 next level, and then Series 10. I'm missing like 20 to 30 cards. So, like, any amount of gambling to get a complete set is always welcome. It's just like, do I really need to, though? That's just what I'm coming to terms with, you know? Yeah, if I had to choose one of those tins, like if you were to give me the option to get just one tin, it'd be the Zane one. Oh, we are definitely going to be messing around with this damn thing. Okay, if I tilt it forward, there we go. I tilt it this way. See, now I want to tilt it back. This is what happens when I mess with this dang stand. Every time. Every time I change its shape, I spend like way too long trying to get it back to normal. See, and that's just too close. So how did I have it before? Sorry, I don't have chat open right this second because I was looking at that image. I think I had it coiled like that. Yeah, that looks like what I had it like. I think. I just... Ugh. Let's see, how's it looking now? Nope. I had it! I had it for like 2 seconds, and then now I messed it up again. I really should invest in a new stand. Okay, is that going to be fine? I think that's going to be fine. I hope. I think that'll be fine. Okay. Hey, Hoarder, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Well, they're tins. Well, yeah, that is kind of funny. I don't know. Were the single packs just kind of loose? Because if that's the case, that is weird. I guess because maybe the tins are more collectible. I don't know. Wow, buzz in. That's interesting. 9 regular, 9 next level, and 10 at this rate. Like the 10 you got is fine because like the majority of the ones I'm missing from 10 are foils. So like any extra chance to get more, sure. I mean, to be fair, if you could find them, sure. I don't need bulk. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Because like again, I'm only missing like 20 cards, and there's like 260 per series. You know. So 9 next level, and 10 is currently what I have complete-ish decks of. That's interesting. I like when you share like how the experience is there. The booster boxes and the multi-packs, those are always something I can make content on easily, regardless if I get duplicates, because for sure I'm getting the limited edition card, and it's cool. It's just, again, the rationale with the tins as well. It's like, it's cool, but again, it has to be limited as to like how badly do I need it. Anywho, okay, I think I got the speedboat camera set up just enough for my liking, I hope. I got it hooked up to the battery, so that's good. We have our monster, which I haven't had this flavor in a hot minute, so I don't remember what it tastes like. Ultra Paradise. It's like a citrusy, what is it? Lime? It's like a lime punch. Okay, anywho, let's crack this open. That's what we're all here for. I spent like 10 minutes fiddling around with that stupid camera stand. So yeah, set number 5102, released in 2015, based off of The Force Awakens, and contains 717 pieces, technically 4 minifigures. I'm excited. Again, shout out to Chris for shooting this my way so we can build this. Oh, yes. Those are some fresh seals that have been cracked. And see, this is like 10 years old, so we're gonna huff the bags. You know we're gonna huff the bags. Okay, we got bag 2, bag 1. I see a lot of minifigure stuff in there. Oh my goodness, I forgot how big they made the instructions for sets like this. Okay, I should look. What did this set retail for? This set retailed for 100 Canadian in 2015. Okay, I'll admit, it's cool seeing the large instructions again. But it is so unnecessary for a set like this. You can see how big that is. And you got a sticker sheet, which is to be expected. Those don't look like they're going to be annoying stickers. At least I think so. Bag 5. Okay, so up to 5 bags. Okay. Cool. Now, I have no idea where I'm going to be able to put this set. I just know that, like, hey, I wanted to build something cool and fun, and obviously I have a lot of Star Wars in my backlog. So I was like, screw it. Let's do something that's kind of had my attention for a bit. Now, I know someone's going to say, Rogue Shadow! No, we're not doing that yet. I'm waiting. I now have an exact thing I'm waiting for. And when that happens, we're going to build it. I'm not going to say what, but your hint is value. Okay. Hey, Brick Creations, how's it going? Oh, right. Surprisingly, no taste or smell to it. Okay, maybe I'm getting a slight hint. Yeah, slight hint of old air. Maybe we'll get more of a stronger sense in the other bags. See, I was debating getting that X-Wing, but I was so against what they were doing with the Knights of Ren. I missed out on so many series or episode 9 sets because of the way they did it. And a part of me is hoping that one day they'll go back and remake the episode 9 sets. One day. So that way I can finally be like, yes, I want to get the Dorito TIE Fighter. But I know Bricklink exists, but I can't break up a set that's near complete like that. And I was just like, no, I'd rather get Ninjago, which is what I did. I got a lot of Ninjago sets that year compared to Star Wars. Because I was so against the whole stupid every set comes with a Knights of Ren idea. Like, if they were cool, fine, but the Knights of Ren had like 2 seconds of screen time, basically. So I was like, no, screw that. But yeah, I'm waiting for a remake of the Dorito tie. Would love that. Okay, so we get 2 minifigures right off the bat. A regular pilot. And then, I don't know, like, what is this guy's name? What's that guy's name? Resistance Ground Crew minifigure. Exactly. Like, I know there's, like, comics and stuff, but, like, as someone who considers themselves a casual Star Wars fan, I never could get into comics because I knew just how bad it would be. It's the same thing with the trading cards. Like, I knew trading cards were evil, and, like, there's a whole nother rabbit hole if you get into trading cards. Nobody asked me about the Lego ones, how deep that rabbit hole is. But yeah, I just felt the same way about, like, comics. Like, I feel like I gotta indulge myself so much to be able to understand the base amount, you know? And I'm just like, I can't. You know, I'm already collecting enough as it is. Again, nobody bring up how many Ninjago trading cards I've made videos on. I swear it's not a problem. I swear. So this makes me want to go rewatch episode 6. Just so I can see what this guy looks like. The Resistance Ground Crew guy. Because, like, this helmet mold is weird. It's a very weird helmet mold. And, like, his face print is wacky, too. That's on a, is that medium nougat? No, that's not medium. It's the same flesh tone as the clone heads. That's what the head is, and like the print just looks weird. I don't know who this character is. Like, sure, go for all, including obscure characters and sets like this as filler figs. I don't mind that. I don't know what the character is, you know? Yeah. Well, they seem pretty dope. It's just, yeah, they went nowhere with it, and they're introduced in the same media where they're killed off, and I'm just like, what are you doing, Disney? Like, I know you want to make action figures and sell toys and all that, but like, you gotta give them some sauce, you know? It's the same thing with the Sith Troopers. Like, I love the look of the Sith Troopers and the Executioners, but like, they have no sauce to them outside of their looks. So it's whatever. Yeah, I think all the figs are exclusive just to this set, unless it's like a fancy combo. I don't know about. I know BB-8's like used to Kingdom Come. Yeah. So this is the small photoreceptor. It was funny. I was on Will Brick's production stream, I think like last week, and he was like, I don't know how it was brought up, but I just info dumped out of the blue that there is a different version of BB-8. And he was like, what? No way. And I don't know where it came from. My just autistic mind was just like, here's a fun fact I bet you didn't know about. And he fact checked me, and he's like, I did not know that. How the hell do you know that? And I'm like, I don't know. It just kind of popped up, you know, like a pop-up window. And I just shared it instantly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, apparently Lego decided to change the photoreceptor on BB-8 so that it was bigger on, like, the later sets. So, like, I think it was halfway through the last Jedi wave of sets, all the way to current. So anything older has a smaller photoreceptor. Now, I'm going to have to go grab the two different BB-8s to show you guys. Or maybe I could just pull it up on Google, but whatever. It's just a random piece of fact that I just had in my noggin. I don't know how the hell I knew about it, but hey, man, I'm just an autistic who likes to fill his head with random shit. Like, it was so funny. You know, with all this trading card nonsense, I feel like I've researched thoroughly regarding the Ninjago cards. I mean, yeah, I could research Star Wars up the yin yang, sure. But I'm looking into what other themes they've done. They've done Minecraft, they've done Harry Potter, they've done Avengers. But did you know they did Nexonites? So now I'm like, oh, Nexonites, that's a theme I like. So now I'm looking into all the Nexonites trading card shit. Because again, I like filling my head with useless shit that nobody cares about, but is still kind of cool to fill your head with nonetheless. Because that's just who I am. I get a kick out of it. It's like, oh, something new I can find out about my special interest? Yes, please. Also, is this like a transport cart that we're building here? Yeah, that's what we're doing here. So the day I built a huge mock and found that the plastic tabletop was on, had a huge dimple in the middle, which, oh, yikes. Yeah, I can imagine. Nice. That's kind of similar to what I have going on with my TV setup. Because, like, it's not big enough to fit the full TV, but my dad put a piece of wood on there, on top of the desk that we have it on, whatever, just so we can make it work. That reminds me, I gotta, like, clear off a section of my room just so that way he can properly cut the one board that the UCS Falcon's on, so I can have more display space for that. I know he's been bugging me about it, too, recently. I don't know. I feel like a lot of, like, the sequel sets are kind of slept on. Like, I get why it's slept on, but it's just... They're not... As Lego sets, they're really not that bad, I feel, for a good chunk of them. Now, that being said, don't look at my collection and see how many I own, because, again... I just, there's other sets that have higher priorities. Ooh, yeah, that would be good. I need to start doing that. Figure out if there's a way I can do something similar too. That would be nice. You know how many games I play on my Xbox or some shit, and I lose connection? It's annoying as hell. Okay, we got red studs. We need 4 of them. That's going in this crate for some reason. Is this X-Wing? Yeah, it probably does have stud shooters on the side. So it's like an ammo crate. I think that's fine if this is what this is. Where is the one stud, though? Can I just continue and then remember as I come across it? Like we always do? Oh, yeah. Okay, we got our first sticker, which is going on the crate. It's the Resistance Rebellion logo? I never understood why they didn't make a new logo for the Resistance or the New Republic. Like, I get it's the same logo, but, like, generally don't they... Like, I don't know. I think new logos would have gone hard if they tried, but they didn't, so... Whatever, let's reuse the Jedi logo, because why not? It's always the one thing that confused me. It's a simple sticker. Just a simple sticker on a simple crate. Ah. All right, yeah, this is before progress bars were a thing, too. Okay, so the crate is done. So what are we doing now? Oh, that's cool. I like what it's like. I know some starships that have this. They got a little ramp to load in to have your figure climb into the vehicle. I like when sets include that. It's so useless, but it's so fun. I think he's out in town right now. He's not hanging around right now. No worries, Cristo. Much appreciated. Did you wrap up your stream? Oh. Hope your stream was fun. But yeah, much appreciated, man. Look forward to chatting with you later, if possible. Mateo, that's why I have a speed build camera. Like, it's just, I have a camera set up that's like pointed at the build. So, like, technically, yes, that's kind of timing myself. But then, like, I take that footage, I speed it up, and I put it on the channel later as, like, a way for anyone who doesn't catch the live stream, doesn't want to replay the whole stream. They can just wait a few weeks for me to come out with the speed build, and then they can just see the set being sped up, being put together. So, in a way, yes, I'm timing myself. But I'm still building at my own pace. He was building the MTT, and I was popping in there. Like, I was grinding out some video game dailies, so I had his stream in the background. Cristo's a good man. Go check him out if you aren't subbed already. Also, how's it going, Dion? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think the next build I do live is definitely going to be a Ninjago one. I looked back at like my history of live builds recently, and they're all Star Wars, and I'm like, I swear I'm not trying to become a Star Wars channel. It's just the way that life has happened that I've just come into owning so many Star Wars stuff at the same time, you know? So I need to start doing some more Ninjago stuff, because I do know I have Aaron's jet that's in my backlog, and that one I've been kind of staring at for a hot minute. I'm trying to keep everything balanced out so nobody gets the wrong idea that I'm strictly a Star Wars channel or whatever. I'm just a hobby channel. How about that? I just realized, yeah, this isn't downscaled. So again, I really don't know where I'm going to put this after it's built, but we're not worrying about that right now. Also, I might need to retie this bandana. It's coming a bit loose. Doesn't feel as tight around my head as it used to be. I get so paranoid when I wear the bandana out in public, because I think, like, are they thinking I'm a gang member? But then I realize I'm wearing a Lego backpack. Then I'm like, nah, they wouldn't. And it's summer, you know? I hate that was so ingrained to me in junior high and high school that, you know, bandanas are bad because they're affiliated with gangs. And it's like, can we not have something cool just for the sake of it looks cool? Does it always have to be associated with something bad? Also, I am so hyped for August 1st. I am gonna park my ass in front of the Lego store. I'm gonna bring Soundwave. I dug out my old Soundwave toy that I bought like last year. I dug that out. I'm gonna bring it with me to Lego store if I can remember. I'm literally gonna post pictures of like Soundwave with Soundwave, you know, shenanigans like that. I am just so excited for Lego Soundwave. It's like I've actually gone out of my way to like watch people who have gotten the set early, who have done reviews, just so that I can see what kibble there is and what land members are saying about it. And like, to be fair, I've only watched like 4 reviews because again, I'm not trying to taint my opinion on it. But yeah, I have yet to hear a single land member out themselves as an actual Transformers fan by using the word kibble. No one has said kibble in the reviews I've watched. Which, again, whatever. You can still be a fan, but without having to use the fandom's wording. But I'm just like, you know, jokingly going, fake fan. You know what I mean? Like, I know everyone's like so hard on like, oh, it's got this sticking out and this and that with Soundwave. And I'm just like, dude, I don't think you realize how bad it is of the Transformers community with kibble. Like, the amount of kibble that is on Soundwave for the Lego set, it's not bad. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, kibble is basically, in a nutshell, parts that stick out in the transformation, whether it be the robot form or the alternate mode, that show that it transforms. So with Soundwave, his hands are tucked behind his back on the set. And that's like the best example of kibble I can give as an example for the Lego aspect of things. And like, I know in the Transformers community, it's a huge thing if if a figure has any kibble. And I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, it's not the end of the world. You know how much engineering goes into those things to make it all fold up the way it does? I don't know. I'm just casually in that fandom, you know? I'm just not a fly on the wall. I haven't used Uber in like a year, and there's still harassing my inbox to use them, and I'm like, no. Just looked over at my phone because it buzzed, and it's just Uber saying, hey, use our app, and I'm like, no. No worries, Dion, we'll catch you in a bit. Right, Technic shenanigans. Oh, don't do that. Yeah. And that's like what I try to keep in mind when I like criticize a Lego set, because it's like, I know it's the same thing with Lego, you know, there's so much engineering that goes into it, and then you factor in that they have a budget that they have to adhere to. Like, yes, I can nitpick a play feature to Kingdom Come, but when it comes to piece count or whatever, that's where I kind of try not to get too picky about it. You know? That's why, like, everyone says price per piece is the way to go, and I know this pisses off some people, but I think price per piece is a stupid method to go based off of if the set is good or not. Like, yes, I get the idea of wanting to see value in what you're paying, but I think you just got to go with what I call the eye test. Does it look like that price point, you know? So you got to keep in mind like all the factors, like the prints, the molds, like the shapes of the pieces, because averaging out that like a really chunky new molded piece should be worth like 2 cents. Are you out of your mind? No. That is at least a 50-cent piece at best, maybe a little higher, but like you get what I'm saying. Exactly. Yes. That's who you really should be getting mad at, is the people pushing the budgets that are, you know, it's like giving an artist the shortest pencil ever and telling them to make an 8-foot tall drawing with it. That's what Lego's been doing lately. So while, yes, it's all fine and dandy to point out inaccuracies in figures, you got to keep in mind that, like, it's all the higher ups that are pushing everything. Exactly, yeah. Now, to be fair, I don't make mocks. I don't have an idea how much thought goes into it, but I can still appreciate some amount of the understanding of the process for it. Like, everybody likes to hate on the Transformers Bumblebee because it's just a shitty set. And, like, yeah, fair. I have that set, and it's not the best Lego Transformers. But you got to understand where the designer was coming from and the challenges. And that's why I have respect for Bumblebee, whether or not I don't love the Bumblebee set. I respect it because it tried, you know, it tried to keep up with the consistency of transforming without crumbling to pieces. Like, yes, it has some parts forming, whatever, but like the fact it pulled it off, and they only had to introduce one new piece to pull off the transformation, regardless of what it is, the fact that they attempted, because like I don't know, they're trying to stay consistent with G1. Again, but it all boils down to budget. That's all what it boils down to. So I have respect for the Bumblebee set because of what it is and what was tried to be accomplished with it. I'm just glad that, you know, with Soundwave, you know, like I knew that there was a lot they could fuck up in the sense, like the transformation, I was confident they'd be able to do fairly well. I was just like, would they do justice to the character as a set? And that's where I was anticipating the fuck up to be. Like, you know, I was totally expecting them to make a Soundwave that, how do I best describe this? Didn't come with the cassettes, had no, like, there's no functioning thing of opening for the cassettes to make your own cassettes. Just, it was the figure that just transformed into the cassette player. And it was going to be Bumblebee's size, which was smaller than Optimus. The fact that thing's about the same size as Optimus and it has all the things it has. Oh yeah, and stickers up the wazoo, which yes, it does still have stickers as far as I know, but I tell you, man, there's so much in my mind that could have happened that they could have fucked over Soundwave with just for the sake of their budgetary restrictions. Whoa, I tell you. Which is why I'm just all the more glad that, like, and everyone's like, oh, he's so expensive. And I'm like, okay, Transformers community, I get where you guys are coming from. You guys are worth paying, are used to paying $30 for a figure, whatever, $200. Fine, you expect it to be Titan class, whatever. You're not Lego fans. You don't get that, like, you're paying for the build experience as well as, like, what you're getting. Whatever, fine. Transformers opinions fans aside, people who are in the Lego fandom saying that Soundwave is overpriced. Okay, to be fair, what Lego set isn't overpriced these days? That's a licensed IP. But for the fact that Soundwave is $10 cheaper than Optimus, at least in Canada, has, like, I don't know, 5 less pieces than Optimus, and has arguably way more features than Optimus, I'd say that's really fucking good value. Now, to be fair, watch as I crash and burn with my opinions when I actually do get Soundwave. But, however, this is just what I'm saying as of right now. Also, people don't seem to understand why Soundwave came with a micro brick built version attached to the stand. And I so badly just want to start commenting. Go watch at least the first 5 episodes of the G1 cartoon, and maybe you'll clue in as to why they included that. But again, that's just the Transformers nerd in me that's peeking out. I'm very passionate about what I like, okay? I keep getting added in random Discord chats, and sometimes just like at everyone, or I just can't differentiate if it's like at someone else, you know? Hey, YOLO, how's it going? Sorry, I just briefly looked at the chat for 2 seconds while I'm looking at something else. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. I didn't even look at when this set released, because again, like, I was sent this, because it was on my wish list. I didn't even realize how long ago it's been since this release, and I just was like, damn, 10 years. So yeah. I tell you, the biggest surprise so far when I cracked open this set here was the size of the instructions. It is... I don't blame Lego for cutting costs on the size of the instructions for a set this size. Like, this is so much wasted paper, honestly, if we're being honest. Like, you know? Was there supposed to be a piece there? We're okay, we're supposed to put some orange 1x1s there. This is why I like building retired sets. Everyone else is all going nuts over, like, the crazy new thing. Which, okay, to be fair, I am too. But how often do you see someone just taking a step back and just building something generational, I should say? It's such an experience. Now, I would love to build a really vintage set that's, like, inexpensive, you know? Like, 1999 Star Wars set that, I don't know, doesn't cost, like, an arm and a leg. Now, I know I was gifted a TIE Fighter one, but that value of that one's sealed with what I have it. I just can't crack it. So glad I have it, but I can't crack it. Okay, let's throw all these in the extras pile. Okay, bag 2. How did you get knocked over? I feel like this bag is really going to give me a decent idea in terms of the size of this thing. There we go. I like this. Also, like, I'm very hesitant to buy X-Wings just how often LEGO releases them. So again, this is probably another reason why this one just stood out to me, because of just how different it was from the average X-Wing. It's a black and orange X-Wing. If that doesn't scream different, I don't know what does. And it doesn't come with Luke Skywalker. I should really look at how many Luke Skywalker minifigures I've gotten in total over the years. It's like, I've tried to keep my distance from getting Luke Skywalkers if I can help it, but like, I bet you I still have quite a lot. Which I know he's like the most popular, well-known character because of the original trilogy, but for Pete's sake. Wouldn't surprise me if there's like 20 variations of the same pilot X-Wing Luke. Definitely gonna rewatch Force Awakens tonight, that's for sure. I do remember him using like a joystick though as the controls, so that's good that they included the antenna as like the joystick. I like that. Technic shenanigans, oh boy. I don't know, what's everyone been excited for, regardless of price, for August 1st? I also know there's like some Star Wars fans that are trying to get everyone to be like, let's boycott LEGO Star Wars on release day, and I'm just like, do you have the slightest idea how many people you need to rally for a boycott of LEGO Star Wars for them to actually feel an impact? It's not happening. It's not. That's the sad reality. Like, you can boycott it, sure, and the more that numbers grow, sure, but like, trying to get everyone to collectively agree not to buy Star Wars Day 1, it's not happening. Like, I guarantee, when I go wait in line on August 1st for Soundwave, I'll be asking, because that's what I do. I'm asking, what are you guys going to get? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Star Wars. I'm calling it, because it's so predictable. Okay. Nice. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be a similar method to what I'm used to with the 2012 X-Wing. So that's cool. Like a few years difference, and it's still similar build techniques. So this is going to be like so nostalgic for me. Where we're going to build like the cone aspect of the build, and then it's just going to slide on the Technic beam. Very similar to what the first ever X-Wing I got was like for a build technique. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen here. I'm excited. Nice. Was that 1x3? Yes. Yeah, it's gonna like go on the front here and wrap around. It's gonna be sick. Also, it doesn't. Oh no, it does. I'm blind. I was about to say it doesn't show do this thing ×2, but it doesn't like the corner. Oh yeah, I've been playing more video games, streaming to Twitch as best as I can. I finished playing Dead Space. That was a fun sci-fi horror game. I loved that. Like, I am so on the fence on if I should play the second game or do New Game Plus for the game I just played through, or if I should just take a minute and just play something else. So it's just, I thoroughly loved playing Dead Space. It was fun. I loved the skill tree. I loved the enemies. It was great. It kept me on my toes so much. I just realized, am I doing something wrong here? I am. This piece is supposed to go inwards for some reason. I'm glad we figured this out. Oh, okay. Okay, that works. Neat. Okay, so we got 1x2, 1x2 long tile. Oh, that's different. Okay. 1x2 vent. Yeah, there we go. And then flip it upside down. We got some of this. No, that's going here. Interesting. Why so chunky? I think I'm just so used to modern Lego Star Wars that the fact that I'm actually getting something decently sized for a build is just throwing me for a loop. It's just crazy that that's the kind of impact I've had with Lego Star Wars sets. Wow, that's cool. That brings back memories. That is so similar to that X-Wing I first got as a kid. That's sick. Okay, so then that's for the landing gear? Question mark? There's just a Technic thing exposed on the bottom. Oh boy, now we're getting fancy. No, I need this. Where is that going? Oh, okay. What? Hold on a minute. When was that added? Way earlier. I missed it somehow. I skipped over a section. Go figure. It's okay. It's an easy fix. Nothing's really messing up. So is this weapon storage? Oh my goodness, that was such a key thing for sets at this time period, wasn't it? Was including weapon storage. Oh, this makes me excited. Weapon storage in a Lego set? Yes, please. You almost never see it nowadays. Something scaling issues. I'm convinced that's weapon storage. I just don't know what that little hook is going to be used for, though. That's the only thing. Oh, and if they get me to tile off this, it's going to be like so exactly similar to that old X-Wing I have. I think that's what it's going to get us to do next. Because that's exactly what the other X-Wing did I have. I think it's 2012 one. Actually, let me make sure I'm saying this right. What year was the one I have? Can I do subcategory? No. Wait, hold on. Maybe if I go tags... No, okay, I'm better off just scrolling. Let's see. Yeah, 2012 X-Wing. That was my first ever X-Wing. The build techniques 3 years later are very similar. Yeah, and then they're gonna... Yeah, this is exactly like the 2012 one. I keep mentioning the 2012 one, and I'm just gonna end up taking it off the shelf just to show as a size comparison. I would like if they're roughly in the same scale. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so this is slightly different, actually. But it's similar enough. Okay. No printed control panel. That's interesting. I tell you, I love building like these older sets that way you can kind of see just what they've done at the time versus what they could do nowadays. It's just very interesting to me. Oh my goodness, remember how I was just saying there's no like dashboard? It's because I hadn't even gotten that far in the build yet. It's a stickered tile. They did do it. My bad. That's cool. I like that. I hate the glare I got going on here, but just trust. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay. We're just cruising through this set. It is just that fun. Alright, bag 3. I swear I'm not rushing the build. You guys who have been here for a while know that I'm just naturally that fast at building sets. I guess following instructions, whatever. Ooh, that is a very nice cockpit piece. It's all printed. Not very scratched up, that's good. 10 years later. Woohoo. I just realized there's some studs that were underneath the instructions from bag 1. I completely forgot about it until now. Okay, well that's dealt with. Ooh, we're getting some Technic. Okay. Oh, you're throwing curveballs at me already. Okay, shoot. Can I get a double jumper? No. See, if this is like the 2012 one, there's gonna be elastics included at one point. Which I think they solved in like later X-Wings. But like, again, this is such a similar build style to the 2012 one. I'm kind of expecting there to be elastics at this rate. Okay, so the jumpers for the BB-8 figure. I really wish we got more BB units in Lego because, okay, to be fair, yes, a majority of them are background characters, but that makes me wish why they're all the more highlighted. Should be highlighted, you know? BB-8, yes, he's the star droid child of the trilogy, and as well as BB-9E. But try and name any other BB unit. You just can't. Okay, to be fair, I can't either, but I know there's others out there. I know there is. I've seen them. So I think it'd be cool if we can get that going on as like exclusive figures in like the advent calendars or something like that, you know? That's just my 2 cents on the matter, as always. There we go. Come on. There you go. Little pesky Technic. Makes me wonder, what's this set going for on the aftermarket? Because I don't know, this set's been sitting in my backlog for like a month now, and I've already forgotten what I paid for it. That's fine. If I really wanted to, I could look at how much I paid with that. I'm just curious, for something that retailed for 100 Canadian in 2015, what's it going for in a sealed state nowadays? Wow, okay, so it only went up like $75 in 5 years, or 10 years, I mean. That's crazy. Telling you, a lot of the sequel stuff slept on. Okay. So what exactly is this? Oh, okay, so it's got gears, so I gotta make sure that nothing's really messed up. I think that's fine. I hope. We'll find out soon enough if I gotta mess around with it or not. Yeah, this thing I think is like the same size as the 2012 one. I'd be surprised if it isn't. And see, I think Jordan had the gray one. I have to ask him. I remember he had one of Poe's X-Wings. So it's either he had this one or the gray one at one point. I don't think he does anymore, but like I think it'd be pretty cool if he had this one. He's definitely gonna want to look at it when he visits me. I cut all the parts to my tabletop and have them connected next to. Nice. Hello, roaming Lego. Please see. Okay. Noted. Appreciate the tip. I see that. There we go. I think we'll start. I think if I'm right, we'll have wings being built in bag 4. If I had to guess, because I don't think there's any like other side builds that still need to be done. Well, times 2. Okay, I thought it said times 6 for a second. I was like, what do you mean times 6? Okay, so I need this piece, and that's going back there with the lines facing that way. Gotcha. One stud up. There we go. That way it aligns with that. Let me do the same here. Come on. There we go. See, imagine if the Technic axle rod ends up being like, I have to have it a certain way. I'm gonna have to rip all that off. Okay, there is stud shooters. Right, yeah, that makes sense, because this is, I mean, it still is stud shooter area, but it's all about how heavy it was implemented, you know what I mean? No, I need the black tile. There we go. That goes on the side. Okay. Okay. Right, these are the old stud shooters. I actually like the rounded off stud shooters. I don't like the stud bazookas these days. They're just so wonky looking. Oh, not that one. This one. 1x3. I feel like that could be like a Lego debate stream with someone. It's like, which is better, round stud shooters or stud bazookas? Much appreciated, roaming. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this chill build stream, hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new. Okay, where? There we go. Lego Star Wars nowadays could never with something this nice looking. Like, I seeing this come together, very nice. Wait a minute. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's something there. There we go. You betcha I'm going to be swooshing this around after. You can count on it. This thing, like, even though it's not fully built, it just feels so nice to handle as it is. It's very nice. Oh, man. I do it times 2, don't I? Yeah. I'm trying to keep the build centered-ish for you guys on the with the camera there, but just I keep having to pick it up, so I apologize if it's not in frame for you guys. Okay, I see what's going on here. I see. Okay. And then what, we do the same thing on the other side? Pretty much. Exactly, yeah. See, and like that's so ever since junior high, I don't know, everyone kind of has like that awakening where they're like, I don't need to be like the cool kids or whatever. I don't know, I just tapped into that at junior high. I knew I liked Lego. I didn't give a shit what anyone said. Everyone said Lego was childish, and I'm like, I don't give two craps. I'm autistic. I'm gonna own my special interest. I'm not gonna suppress it. And like the more that years have gone by as I've grown into adulthood, the more I've just more and more embraced it more than I already was. Like, do what makes you happy. That's ultimately what you need to do in life. Do what makes you happy. If it doesn't hurt anyone, just do what makes you happy. Nothing wrong with picking up a Lego set and swooshing it around. If that's what makes you happy, do it. Like, yeah, I know a majority of my sets sit on shelves, but every now and then I'll pick up a set and I'll swoosh it around, you know? Heck yeah. See, and like, I know, like, subconsciously, with me wearing the bandana again, I know I'm, like, slightly paranoid about being judged for it, but I'm just kind of like, no, I'm owning it. I'm not hurting nobody from wearing it. If a gang member wants to come up to me and ask me what gang I'm affiliated with, I'll be like, I'm part of the Lego gang, homie. I like wearing the bandana as long as I have long hair. You know, once I get around to trimming my hair, we'll see if I still feel motivated to wear the bandana or not. But for now, wearing the bandana keeps me happy, so I'm just doing it, you know? Hey, Grant, how's it going? I might need to stretch in a hot minute. I've been sitting here for an hour straight in this chair. It's always good to get your stretches in when building Lego. Anything else? We got the tile that goes here. Interesting. And then the vent piece. Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's unfortunate, but like, it's cool that there's now a new bricks and minifigs nearby you. Hopefully, it'll be one of the good ones. I mean, is there really a big aftermarket for those grand opening minifigs? Like, would it be too hard to try looking for one on Marketplace? Yeah, there you go. Buffalo. Oh. Okay. Is that the shiny studs? Yes. Looks like light bluish gray studs for a second here. Really cool that a P1 Cody for 30 and a Solar Sailor 60 open and built. Nice. That was, yeah, you said sealed. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. I would love for LEGO to start putting out more sets that come with Count Dooku. I don't know why they haven't. Maybe it's because of the lightsaber hilt. But it's just like, come on, give us Count Dooku. Like, do we need a big LEGO YouTuber to start campaigning for it to happen? Like, come on. Also, I'm supposed to have 2 of these 1x2s, and it's possible I'm a dummy, but I don't see it. Is it possible I used it somewhere I wasn't supposed to? No. I see 2 1x3s. Let's see. Let's look at the pieces closer. Yeah, I'm just blind. That's what's up. Couldn't find the 1x2 even though it was right there in front of me. Also, I do have to do 2 more stickers, but I want to add these to the build first. Wings are absolutely going to be the next bag. I'm calling it. Okay. Sticker time. Sticker number 6. Let's see. How are they wanting me to do this? Okay. Here. We're going to need the separator for this. Nice. See, now, even if this is facing the wrong way, so long as I have the sticker relatively straight, that's fine. I can just turn the tile. Oh, this one's going to be a bit more of a pain. Let's see, the sticker. Yeah, okay. I see. There we go. Whoppy bricks? No. Well, to be fair, I don't really watch a whole lot of content creators, if I'm being honest. I'm that much of a person living under a rock, essentially. But the name sounds familiar. Interesting. These instructions are so big. They don't, like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just so used to things nowadays, but the instructions do not need to be this big. That is one thing I'm glad that they're doing nowadays, like smaller instructions. This is just too large of a booklet. Oh, nice. Yeah, not a lot of the Force Awakens or just any of the sequel sets have really gone up, as far as I know. I mean, if you want it, don't you dare do that. You stay there. You'd be able to get this for pretty inexpensive compared to what it retailed for. Oh, that's clean. That's very clean. Okay. Nice. Glad to hear. Okay. Nice. I need to reorganize my clone shelf. Like, I'm up each day we get closer and closer to me just saying screw it and just ripping apart the Lego room just so that I can make room for all my clone stuff, because it's a good chunk of what's on my desk here is just clone stuff. So I kind of need it off the desk. It's a mess here, you know? There we go. That's all standing up better now. Okay. Bag 4, and we get the main guy himself in this bag. Poe Dameron. The only set I plan or can be bothered to buy in terms of affording is Soundwave. I was on the fence of what I was going to get August 1st, but after seeing Soundwave, I'm going to make it work. I really shouldn't be buying anything August 1st, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to get Soundwave. I'm going to make it happen. Yeah, there's the rubber bands. Yeah, that's the rubber bands. It's the helmet. Okay, he comes with the blaster? Yes, he does. Awesome. There's a blaster. Is this the same torso? It is. That's fine. I was curious if it was or not. Just need the legs, and then we got ourselves a Poe Dameron minifig. Yeah. Depending on what I'm doing on the first, outside of like waiting in line to get it and how tired I am, because again, who knows with my bad sleep schedule, I might just come home and build it right away. Yes, I agree. Soundwave is the best. It's Soundwave, Optimus, then Bumblebee. There you go. There's your Poe Dameron minifigure. I like that helmet. I think that's exclusive, if I'm not mistaken. I have spoken. No complaints here, Hoarder. You want to put BB-8 in? Okay. Oh, he looks kind of cute in that. Connection's a little weird, though. Everyone's talking about all these new movies, and, like, I don't know. Jordan's birthday is tomorrow, and he wants for his birthday to go see the new Jurassic World. I personally don't have any interest in the Jurassic World, but if that's what he wants to do for his birthday, hell yeah, we're going to do it. No problem. So yeah, I'm trying my best to stay away from spoilers, but I mean, I'm on Twitter and Instagram actively, and I know that like everyone has a subconscious rule of after 2 weeks a movie's been out, it's free game. So it's like, I don't know, man. I mean, I've survived Thunderbolts. I don't really know much about Thunderbolts still, and that was a movie I was excited to try and see, but just, I don't know. I think it's just gonna be Jurassic World, and then I'm just gonna have to wait for another opportunity to go see it in theaters. Like, I know I can go see movies myself. It's just on top of the budgeting aspect. It's better to see movies with friends. It really is. It's a conversation piece then. So I don't know. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the movie. Yeah. Well, I haven't even seen the trailer. Again, I haven't paid too much attention to it. I'm just gonna go into it just as naturally as I can and just see how it is. I haven't seen any reviews, haven't rewatched the older movies, nothing. I'm gonna go into it because like I'm pretty sure the movie before it was like some sort of clone storyline or whatever. Like I just remember it was at a mansion and it was like some sort of underground stuff with like a black market selling of dinosaurs or whatever, and like apparently the girl that was at the mansion was a clone or something like that. I don't know. That's all I remember. I think of the last one. I think that was the last one, right? I don't know. That's not a 1x4. That's 1x4. Okay, this is our first wing. We have quite a lot of stickers still. Oh no. So if I had to guess, just based on how X-Wings I've built in the past are, we're going to get a top one on one side and a bottom on the other, and then it's going to be vice versa in the next bag. If I had to guess how this build's going to go. Yeah, but you and Fick are probably going to be tracking that down. So it's a race to see who can buy one off of Buff Lug or something like that. Salug is doing their brick roundup again this year. They're doing it in September. I haven't even released last year's vlog yet, and I don't know. Like, I'm not too motivated to go this year to Salug's brick roundup. It's just no disrespect to the mocks or anything. It's just not for me. You know, stuff's cool, but if shifts are there, shifts get priority. I keep seeing stuff pop up on my phone, but it's the end of a notification. Oh, shoot. My phone ran out of storage, so now I got to take a minute to upload it to my laptop. What timing? I stopped building, and then my phone's like, hey. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I filmed my first ever YouTube shorts. I have to edit them still, but it was interesting. Those YouTube shorts probably won't come out for a month from now, but it was interesting filming it. We'll see how it turns out when I edit it, but I don't know. Depending on how those shorts do, I know I say I don't care about numbers, and for shorts, I know that they're strictly about numbers. I'm going to say it like this, and I hope nobody takes it the wrong way, but like you guys know me, for been long-time viewers of the channel. I don't like shorts. I don't agree with what they are, but I feel like as a unique way of tackling the kind of content I did for the shorts I did, it's fine. And the only way I'm going to continue doing the shorts that I did is if it breaks in decent cash. So I'm like, on average, like if I'm being honest here, every review breaks in like maybe 10 cents, which is fine. I don't care. But if I'm going to do your YouTube shorts, which is what I see as selling my soul to the devil in terms of YouTube content, it's got to bring in like more than 20 cents a video. You know what I mean? For me to keep doing it beyond what I've already done. Also, welcome back, Dion. Yeah, I was talking with the homies about that and regarding shorts and how to go about it, and they're like, no, your idea sounds solid. So hopefully you guys will be all over that. We'll see. Again, I estimate it'll be out within a month, but who knows? By the way, you guys seem to really enjoy that most recent trading card video I put out yesterday. Much appreciated. Don't worry, I have more tins coming out. I do have one more tin video, but I think I'm going to start putting out Series 10 content after Series 9 Next Level, just so I can kind of have a little bit of back and forth going on. A little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. Sorry, I'm just uploading speed build footage right now, in case anyone's wondering what the hell I'm doing. I figured I had like an hour and a half's worth of space on my phone. I need to upgrade my phone as well. Like, I think I might start having a phone that's like my actual phone, and I might buy a phone strictly for doing YouTube content with. Because the fact of the matter is, there's too many Ahsoka pictures on my phone. That's taking up space. just actually curious, is that Poe Dameron helmet exclusive? Or am I just thinking it? No, it came in one other set. It came in the the Rise of Skywalker X-Wing. Interesting. Also, I'm just now realizing, why did that X-Wing come with R2-D2 and not BB-8? Like, that's a weird inclusion. Oh, we haven't got one in years. Yeah, I mean, you could argue F1. They've been promoting F1 at the Yin Yang. I'm pretty sure we're going to get an F1 something soon. If we haven't already. Which, I don't know. People have been like, F1's so great. And I'm just like, I'm so sick of seeing it. You know, I don't get the appeal. I don't. I don't know if I ever will. Like, I bought the one set just to say, so I can say, hey, I have it. I can have an opinion. Because, again, preach what I whatever say. But I genuinely don't get the appeal with F1. I really don't. Now, I'm sure if my dad could sit me down and have me watch a thing, maybe I could be convinced it's good. But I just don't care. I really don't care. I'm trying to look at all the different marking variants for this helmet. There's two other two other variants. Interesting. And then that's the one I have there. Yeah. Okay, so what did that one come with? It's like unprinted. Weird. Exactly. Are we talking about the Bricks and Minifigs torso? Dang, 8 gigabytes. I really do need to clean up my phone a bit. See if I can free up some storage or something. 8 gigabytes. That's the max it can hold right now. That's not good. Here, let me see. Moments of the Magic, you said was the guy? Let me look this up. Right, I can't just type in Moments of the Magic on Google. I gotta type that into YouTube if I want more accurate search results. Was that on YouTube or Instagram? I should have asked. It's probably Instagram because I'm not seeing anything for YouTube right off the bat. Here, I think I found them. Let's see. Oh, there's his YouTube. There we go. We got there eventually. That's not the tab. Where is the tab? There it is. Videos. 5 hours ago. I hate to break up his retention, but I'm just looking to flick through to see this torso. Okay. Looks a little bare, but like again, it's just opened, you know? There's only so much. Okay, that's cool. Bricker Builds is now like selling stuff in bricks and minifigs. Again, to be fair, no bricks and minifigs, at least in Alberta, Canada. I don't know if they say there's some in Canada. I'm like, where? And they didn't. They say Toronto, I think, and I'm just like, of course, Toronto. Anywho, whatever. Where's that minifigure? Let's see. Is that the end of the video there? I think so. He doesn't really show it off. See, that's something that annoys me. If you're gonna post a vlog of a grand opening, take the extra 30 seconds and pause and show. Now, again, I could just be ranting for the sake of ranting, but I don't think he actually shows it off. He just shows, here, I have it, and then just puts it down. Oh, wait, maybe, yeah, I'm dumb. Hold on. 30 seconds in. Let's see. Maybe I'm dumb. Okay. He did show it off. My bad. But still, my point still stands. People who don't show exclusive things in their video, why? So he got number 716. Okay. It's a cool minifigure if you're like a Bricks and Minifigs fan, especially if that's like your local one. As someone, I don't see any collectability beyond that, though. Again, maybe down the line, maybe it will be more collectible. I don't know. It's still downloading. Yeah. If you're a fan of Bricks and Minifigures like that. For someone like me, though, it's cool to know it exists, but like, I won't be tracking any down. That's like if Brickbin, for every new location they opened up or changed to, because I know they're changing locations soon in Calgary, they had a promotional minifigure. Like, without going too much into it, it doesn't interest me. Okay. Poe X-Wing. Speed Clips. Sorry, I'm just clearing up the phone here. Appreciate the patience. Okay, can this hurry up and load? I want to double check before I delete anything. No worries, Hoarder. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you later. We're going to be continuing this build in just a minute here for anyone else that's just hanging around. Okay, delete. Now we can continue with the speed build footage. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Grant, I know I got Fick on the background looking for it, but like I might as well extend that to you as well. If you ever see an NHL Lego hockey puck for sale, let me know. Because I know Fick has one, and that sprawled into a whole nother thing. I had someone I was talking to, but I don't know. I think as soon as I mentioned I'm from Canada, the guy just got in his head that like, oh my goodness, the shipping's gonna be nuts. I'm gonna be interested. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Just send me the hockey puck, you know. So anyway, that deal fell through, and so I'm kind of on the hunt for an NHL Lego puck. So if you ever see one, let me know. Because according to that guy, he found like 3 no problem in his area on Marketplace, and I'm like, must be nice. And he was like, oh, the only way I'd sell it is if you came to the local to Virginia, Brick Fair, Virginia. I'm just like, I don't got the funds for that. Just to make the trip out for a hockey puck. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, that's exactly what. Like, yeah. So like, I don't know. I'd pay as high as 200 Canadian for that puck. As high. I'm not expecting to pay that much, but that's just as high as I would go. Plus shipping. But yeah, I don't know. Like, for some reason, as soon as I told that guy I was located in Canada, he just went all cold turkey on me and was like, oh, shipping will be too much. I'm like, what? What do you mean? So I was kind of bummed out by that. But yeah, if you can keep an eye out for that, that'd be very much appreciated. I was very excited to see that Fick got one. Happy for him. He totally deserves it. I'm not going to try and take that off his hands. But, yeah, he's just as interested in the history of it as I am. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you later there, Grant. Have a great rest of your day. Alrighty. Now we're going to finish up this build, and yeah. I swear I'm going as slow as I can. No, not really. I don't know. I'm just building, man. I'm having fun. You know how it is. What's the meal for tonight there? Oh my goodness, I just realized my sleep schedule is so messed up. I feel like I'm gonna be having lunch soon, and it's like 5 o'clock soon. It's like 4 o'clock right now, but like still. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with my sleep schedule? That's not the right piece. That's not it. Huh, that's it. I told my dad the other day I was craving craft dinner. Maybe, hopefully, I can convince him, depending when I'm done this stream, we can make some together. That's not me saying unhealthy food because unhealthy food. It's just because I haven't genuinely had craft dinner in a hot second. I've been having nothing but sandwiches, soup, and shepherd's pie. That's been my diet for the past month, I say, pretty consistently. Oh no. Hopefully the ring can be found. must say I have enjoyed this build for the most part. Again, huge thank you to Chris shipping this out to me ahead of payment. This set is very much being enjoyed. Why are you having me build it like this? It's weird. This set or the Cantina? I think you're talking about this set. Yeah, I mean, this is a fun build. I'm getting a lot of like flashbacks in terms of build techniques for my first ever X-Wing, which is the 2012 one. It's just similar build techniques. It's very refreshing in that sense for me. Okay, yeah. Well, this is a fun set. Again, like, probably would have bought the Rise of Skywalker one, but it came with that stupid Knight of Ren. So I never got that. I just don't have any interest in that set because of that. And then there's the Gray Resistance X-Wing, which I don't know. I don't have it. It just doesn't look as cool. It's just another freaking X-Wing, you know? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, that's fine. Is it? Hold on. No, that's fine. I thought I built this wrong for a second. Sorry, I completely derailed my thought. Yeah, the Gray X-Wing just didn't do anything for me. And this one was always kind of the one to get. Which is weird because, like, this is like the leader class X-Wing. It's specifically Poes. And while it's nice to get a Resistance X-Wing pilot, it is a bit of a weird inclusion with this set. Don't get me wrong. 3 minifigures, cool, great, welcome it. But in terms of relevance, it's a little bit of an odd choice because I would have thought that that pilot random minifigure should have come in the gray one as like an, because like the gray one's kind of like the regular X-Wing for the Resistance. Again, it's one of those instances where a figure doesn't come in the appropriate set, at least in my opinion. So, like, I guess if I ever got the Gray X-Wing, I could just do a little swap-a-rooney, but then I still got a random Poe minifigure. Whatever, I could throw the Poe figure somewhere, but just... You get what I'm saying? The minifigure distribution just was weird between the two sets. Actually, let me see. If I do T-70 X-Wing... Let's see. Yeah, the gray one, it came with Poe in his casual vest, BB-8, some guy he got some info on in the movie, and then a Flame Trooper. Flame Trooper, oh man, good figure. Like that figure. But honestly, swap out the Flame Trooper for the pilot. Shit, the more I'm thinking about it, the more that's actually kind of what I want to do now. I want to buy the fucking gray one. Fuck. I'll throw it on the wish list. It's not that expensive. It released the next year. Okay. Weirder then. That's even weirder. Huh. Here, when I'm done building this section, I'll pause the speedboat camera and I'll visualize for you guys what I'm beefing about. I don't know. I just automatically assume a lot of you guys are like me in the sense of like visual learners. Because at least this, I just saw I learn. I learn visually better that way. So I try and talk that way as best as I can. just like how I do with my content. I try my best to... I know I've been slacking in the editing department, but when I point out something specific, I try and throw an image on screen to kind of show my point. I'm just an autistic, okay? Trying to navigate in a world full of neurotypicals. That's a big fancy word, I know. That's a very TISM word. TISM community word, whatever. Okay. We got this one, sticker number 7. It's got the orange stripes facing that away. No, something's not right here. There we go. That's better. This attaches... That's suspicious. What did I do wrong? I forgot to place a 2x2. That's fine. Just means I'll do this. Okay. So I have to do this, and then that, and then... Now I gotta do this. Round it off. Okay, so I guess they're just doing one side of the wing at a time. That's not at all like the weird crisscross like I was expecting. That's cool. It keeps me on my toes. Beats my expectations in a good way. I just can't get over how huge these are. The instructions. Okay, hold on. You are making me question things. Instructions? Yeah, it was on that wing. So underside of this. Gotcha. Right? Hold on, I'm already questioning it again. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta move over one stud. There we go. Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna mention too, is that it's different. Like, that's fine. But in terms of like building the wings, I was expecting bottom, top, top, bottom, you know, like the crisscross. So it's okay. I don't mind that it's built like this. And then the wings, yeah, are absolutely different. I'm actually kind of curious to see how that looks with the whole S-foils thing. We're about to find out soon. Again, this is like supposed to be an updated model of the X-Wing, because again, it's like, I don't know, 40 years in the future. You would think that there'd be some improvements on an X-Wing model series. It's like, you know, like the Chevy Camaro, the Bumblebee car, as I call it in my head. You know, like, it says it's a Camaro. I mean, sure, there's probably some things that make it similar to Camaro look, but like, it's just updated more and more. So it's just what the X-Wing is, you know? The X-Wing is the Camaro of Star Wars. Oh, I knocked a figure over. Well. Yeah, there's going to be some elastics, guaranteed, because why else is... It's so similar, but yet it's not to the 2012 one. Oh my goodness, that is weird. I mean, it looks fine from a distance. The colors mesh well, and this is seamless for the most part. Like, yeah, that looks good, but it's different in a good way. Like, I like that. That's cool. I'm just a Transformers guy, okay? I make a few references here or there. Just call me TMOG 127. I'm loving this, man. It's good. It's making me feel nostalgic for my first ever X-Wing. Like, really, I appreciate you hooking me up with this set, man. It's been good. It's refreshing having something that I can't really bitch about for once. Oh, okay, so we got 2 elastics and okay, I see what's going on here. So obviously I'm not gonna have to leave this open because then the elastics are gonna stretch. But yeah, that's cool. So I turn the knob. Yeah, that's just like the 2012 one. That's so cool. It doesn't really stretch as much as like the 2012 one does. I'm still not going to leave it open like this, but like still, every now and then it's okay to stretch it. Sagging to one side. No, in terms of Resistance X-Wing, yes, it's my first one. My first ever X-Wing was the 2012 one. Why are you making me look up every X-Wing? Hold on. Let's see. It says I have 17 X-Wings. No, it's just summarizing. So I have the mashup one, a polybag. There's the E-Wing. There's this one. The promotional one that Chris has sent me. The A-Wing from 2013. I have Jet 14 Stealth Fighter sealed. 2012 X-Wing, Imperial V-Wing, and that's it. That's all I have for X-Wings. Because, like, again, I never really wanted to get X-Wings because every time they released an X-Wing, it was my biggest beef with it. I get why they do it, but to me, I'm just like, I have the 2012 one. I don't really have any issues with it, like, to this day. So, like, why do I need another X-Wing just for another fucking Luke Skywalker figure in a jumpsuit, you know? So that's why when they released the Rebuild the Galaxy one with an action, which is what I've been begging them to do for the longest time in the back of my head, was just release an X-Wing with a brand new pilot, man. There's so many characters you can just make pilots of nowadays, especially with all the new media out there. Like, come on, give a break of Pilot Luke, for fuck's sake. Let someone else have the spotlight than just Luke and Biggs. So, anywho. Yeah, I never really bought any X-Wings because it was just Luke and Biggs. Luke and Biggs is just Luke, and I'm just like, no thank you. If they start releasing more X-Wings that are based on different squadrons, I'll buy more. The thing is, like, with the TIE fighters, whatever, different build techniques, whatever, it's still a TIE fighter. You're meant to have a lot of those. With the X-Wings, yes, you're expected to have a lot of them, but they're piloted by different people, you know? I can't just have an army of X-Wings and have it all be piloted by Luke. Like, I know there's a clone storyline in the comics or whatever of Star Wars, but just, no, that's not how I roll. Can you imagine a whole TV show about where it's like, Star Wars, the Luke Wars. There's just nothing but clone Lukes. That'd be chaos on the galaxy, I tell you. Is that the right one I need? So yeah, if LEGO keeps releasing X-Wings that come with not Biggs or Luke, sure. Assuming that the figures are decent looking, and it's not horrible pricing and offers something unique to me, I'll buy an X-Wing. No problem. And I'm thoroughly satisfied with the Rebuild the Galaxy one. I would recommend it to someone because it's one of those rare, at least at the moment, rare instances where they've done something unique. You get a unique droid and you get a unique character with a unique helmet thing. Emphasis on unique. Play feature, I could give a shit about less, to be honest. Whatever. There's always going to be some gimmick. That's just the core of my desire for X-Wings, is make me army build them if you're just going to pump them out every 2 years. which I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Rebuild the Galaxy one is on sale on LEGO's website. So, I mean, now that I'm talking about it, I mean, sure, go get it. If that's, yeah, it's 30% off. $98 Canadian. That's not too bad of a price. I mean, you got decent minifigures for the most part. It's not the best TIE fighter, but the X-Wing's not all that bad if you take the play feature aside. Here. Let's see. This one. This is the one I'm talking about. That has the unique pilot and the droid. I like the concept of this. It's a 2-pack, but it's like, yes, you could army with this in a sense. Because, again, whole new squadron. And it's on sale. Like, even, I paid full price for this, and I wasn't hating it. And, like, again, it's got the gimmick. It's whatever. I know I haven't put up my review for this yet, but, like, the gimmick's whatever. Also, wait a minute, what the hell is that? That's weird. Yeah, that's not bad. Like, you look at any other X-Wing, so, like, this is the one we're building. Let's see. Like, you look up any X-Wing that's been released. Okay? You look up any X-Wing that's been released with a minifigure. You got the UCS one, Luke Skywalker. You got, okay, that's a technicality, but whatever. Luke Skywalker. 2021, Luke Skywalker. The only draw was maybe if you didn't have a Leia or you didn't have whatever the hell that guy's name is. Whatever. It's an X-Wing. And then, oh, look at that. 4+. No, not just a random guy. It's Luke Skywalker. We're not going to count the Christmas X-Wing because that's... Do I need to say why we're not going to count that? You got 2018 one, which I was on the fence about getting, to be honest, just because I liked the helmets. I'm probably one of the few people who actually does like the new helmet molds, or the one-off helmet molds. But again, you got Luke and Biggs. I think that's Biggs, right? Is that Biggs? Hold on. Yeah, that's Biggs. So, like, I get it. You buy two, you can have either Biggs X-Wing or Luke's X-Wing. You just remove, like, one thing off the X-Wing. How do you expect me to army build with that, you know? And you got, let's see, and then this, the microfighter. It's a whole new pilot. Hooray! Keep me going with that, but don't throw it in a microfighter. You know? And then you have the other UCS one, which came with R2. That was a weird inclusion. But yeah, 2012. That's my first ever X-Wing. Love that set to death. Still stands the test of time as far as I'm concerned. And it's got similar techniques to what we're building today, as far as I can tell. But yeah, again, I think that's Biggs. I don't know, the helmet's different. Is that, if I thinking it's Biggs this whole time? No, it's Jack Porkins. Whatever. My point still fucking stands. I guess I do need that X-Wing then. Shit. Whatever. We're going off the rails. But yeah, you got 2006 Luke Skywalker, right? Luke Skywalker. You got, okay. I feel like I'm being a hypocrite now, but like my point is they're advertising it with mainly Luke, but like, yes, okay, it seems like they've included another pilot in the odd other one, but I don't want Luke. I don't want any more Luke, you know? If I'm going to buy an X-Wing, I don't want any attachments to Luke whatsoever. But I guess it has been a reoccurring thing where they've included an alternate, but like still. You know? That's my beef. In a nutshell. Alright, let's continue building after that little rant. Shit, I guess I am gonna throw that fucking 2018 one on my wish list. I didn't realize that Biggs was actually exclusive, and it's like, I just said I do like the helmet mold, so it's like, okay, I'll throw it on the wish list, because why not? I can actually get away with having, because like my 2012 one, yes, I have Jack Porkins. Oh, See, I'm gonna put myself in such a fucking rabbit hole. I'm just throwing on the wish list. I'm not gonna explain why, because someone's gonna come along and be like, "Hey, I have that," and I'm like, "No. We play catch up with the current stuff first, please." Like the stuff I'm willing to pay full price for, like my wish list for that is over $2,000. I need to get that down a little bit, but I also need to play catch up on trading cards. I just don't have enough money to fucking make everything work, and I just gotta pick and choose like everyone else in the world. I can't have it all, but I can damn well try. That's not the piece I'm supposed to be using. This is. Oh yeah, Dion, if I do jump on those Nexo cards, I'm assuming you'd be interested in buying any duplicates? Or just, I don't know, working out something. That's how I'll word it. Because again, I don't know what they're worth or anything like that. I don't even know if I will get duplicates, but just whatever. Okay, are you interested? It sounds like you're seeing it being opened for content. That's what I'm getting at. Okay, is this even placed right? Hold on. No, it's not. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. I will admit, when I sent you those Ninjago ones, I fiddled with the box so much because, yes, I know they were sleeved, but I was trying to make sure they wouldn't float around in the box as much. Because, again, they're cards. And it was very last minute for me tossing them in there. So, I don't know. From the pictures you sent me, they look like they came fine, but, like, I didn't want them obviously getting crumpled up in transit. Okay, good to know. If I do jump on the Nexo ones, I'll keep you in mind for sure. It's just picking and choosing. I mean, the stuff I'm waiting for a sale on is fine regardless, because that's going to be a waiting game no matter what. I need to find a balance again. I need to find a set I can just part out. I know, I keep saying I'm going to buy, whatchamacallit, Daily Bugle to part out, and I'm going to get to it sooner or later. Just got to wait for the right moment. Well, I hope me throwing the Ninjago ones at you wasn't like gonna start anything bad for you, because I was just thinking like, oh, you said Lloyd is your favorite. Here's just some inexpensive duplicates that I have that I can just toss your way. Like, I don't know if I did toss you any foils or not of Lloyd, but like if I did, it's whatever. But like I'm trying to keep some of the Lloyd foils because the foils are worth more than just the regular cards, and you know I want to have some bargaining power if I get in the opportunity to trade with someone or sell whatever the duplicates. They're cool. They're really cool. Like my dad, he's not really on board with the whole Lego trading card thing. He just thinks it's stupid, which okay, fair enough. But I think they're cool. I think especially like, to be fair, anything that like nobody really knows about that's got the Lego logo on it, I'll find cool. But like with the fact that the trading cards and like no one's who speaks English really talks about them, I feel like I'm paving some groundwork for them. And like I know YouTubers that are popular or whatever, they're like always find your niche. And like my niche has always just been an extension of showing off my hobby, but like okay, we're talking serious for half a second here. The trading card thing could be the niche, you know? Oh, for real. play Horizon. Also, welcome. What was I saying? So yeah, I just, regardless of the fact that they're in German and I don't speak German, I have no problem buying the cards. I find them cool. I have to know what my limits are in terms of like buying the cards, because again, I have to know what are the odds of me getting a near complete set, yada yada yada. Am I just throwing money at the sake of throwing money away? So like, again, Chris, he's currently in Germany right now, and he's asking me like what series I'm looking for, because again, he's awesome like that. And I've been telling him series 9 next level, and even 10 now, because I've gone through all my 10 stuff now, by the way. And I'm told him, like, unless you find something like a blister pack or a tin, I don't necessarily need raw packs right now. Because again, I'm only missing like 20 cards, 20, 30 cards for those 3 series alone. So like, yeah, if he finds like 1 raw pack, sure, fine, it's cool. But I don't need them, because again, the odds of me pulling something new, it's just not worth the investment at that rate, because you know, I gotta have something interesting to do content on. So like, that's why I like this when I discovered the tins and the blister packs. It allows me to buy more packs. Doesn't necessarily feel like slop content for the sake of gambling, if that makes sense, which I know a lot is what the Pokemon space is like, which is what I'm not trying to promote. I'm trying to do, which was what I'd like to see, which is like, yeah, okay, we all know it's including packs. Getting the new cards, or seeing cards I get is cool and all, but like, what is new and unique for info that someone can nibble on as well as myself? So with the tins and the blister packs and all this other crap, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh yeah, Clone Wars is fun stuff indeed. And I really do mean it, because like, again, I've finally gotten around to start watching some Brickworld vlogs, and I'm seeing like all how the trading card thing went in Chicago this year, and nothing for Ninjago, everything about Star Wars, and everyone was just flinging the cards around because it's all just the same shit that I've been saying about, you know? So it's just, I don't care for the Star Wars cards. I know there's probably someone out there that's like, come on, TMOG, it makes the money. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing the Star Wars cards unless I'm literally sent series 3 for 5 or whatever by Blue Ocean themselves to do a video on. I as soon as I'm done series 1 and 2, I'm not doing Star Wars. I'm just not. Because like, I know there's tins, I know there's starter packs, whatever, just like with the Ninjago ones, but I don't need to do that. That's like a whole nother thing that I need to collect. I'm just like, no, I get more enjoyment out of Ninjago. Why did I turn this into a whole trading card tangent? I don't know. Anywho. Hello, JB Bricks. How's it going? Okay. I'm just very passionate with what I put out on my channel. Like, yes, I know it's garbage like everyone else's. Nothing is perfect in the YouTube space. But, yeah. I just think that in terms of the internet, people care too much. And I'm out here trying to express the hobby and what things I enjoy. Yada, yada, yada. You guys have heard it already many times. Okay. Still got a bit of a sag. I just realized we are on the last bag. How about that? There's so many pieces in front of me, I just was overwhelmed for half a second there. See, and you tell me it's in brown, but okay, there it is. True, yeah. But again, I've opened up one starter pack, and that video did great. That did fucking amazing. But again, I feel like I've opened up one starter pack. I want to be a little selective. I could have done it with Series 10. I really could have. Budgetary things was a factor with that, unfortunately, for why I didn't buy a starter pack. It was either buy a starter pack or buy a multi-pack. And I'm like, multi-pack's different and new. So rather than buying another starter pack, which again, guaranteed views as far as everyone else is concerned, versus doing something different with the multi-pack, just to see what's in a multi-pack. I said, screw it, let's do the multi-pack. And I as much as the oversized cards are cool, they're whatever for me. I have some standards with the trading cards. Some. Not a lot, but some. Thanks. No, the storing the extra large cards in the tins is absolutely an idea I am going to implement. I'm just saying, for like, when I buy trading card stuff that's different, I try and keep it as interesting as possible. Ugh. Can't move the chair as easily because it's on carpet. Moving a chair on carpet just, yeah, this chair just does not work. Yeah, there we go. I think. Maybe I'll fidget with it some more. Oh, yeah, thanks. Well, I appreciate it. I know you get a kick out of it, and I know some people do as well. Like I said, I don't expect to make all my money back in terms of YouTube content on any of my videos, but like when a video performs more than average, I do notice. I am very appreciative of it. I'm just a guy doing his life, trying to whatever. If by some fluke I start getting more of a budget, sure. Yeah, I'll start buying everything to do anything on everything for content. But I feel like we're all learning with me regarding the rarities of trading cards and all this and that. So like with the Series 10 Ruby cards, we learned for sure just how hard it is to get a complete set. So like, just for context, I bought 3 cases, the multi-pack, which came with 4 packs, and the blister pack with another 4 packs. So it's like a little over 100 packs I've opened. And there's like 270 somewhat cards to collect, and I'm still missing 20 somewhat cards. If that doesn't tell you the upped rarity of the cards of Series 10 compared to Series 9, where I'm only missing 19, after only opening a starter pack and a full case, I don't know what will prove the point of the rarity difference. And I'm really hoping, because obviously they're going to do Series 10 next level. I actually have done some research into it, and I got a rough idea when they're going to announce Series 10 next level. Which is going to be annoying for me, but whatever. I'm going to see how much I can stay on top of that. Yeah. Where was I going with this? I was going somewhere then I've lost my thought. Damn it! Whatever, I don't know. Just, yeah. I'm going to try and be the North American Ninjago trading card guy who does it somewhat consistently. When I stop finding ways to do the trading card content as uniquely as possible, that's when the trading card content stops. Because you also need to factor in that Blue Ocean stops making them. For the Ninjago ones, at least. And, like, that's another reason why I'm, like, paying attention to the Nexonites ones. So, like, I can use that as a fallback. You know, I could buy it, sit on it when I need to, fill in the blank. I can just do that. But like, to be fair, I'm not transitioning away from the Lego reviews. It's just the trading cards are more interesting to do compared to the Lego reviews. That's all. And yes, I know I still need to do a video on that Cube Dude Buzz. It's happening as soon as the sequel to the Snap is happening. How about that? Okay, we got 2 more stickers left in this set. I was debating getting into the Minecraft ones as well, but I looked at what the Minecraft cards looked like, and it seems like at the moment, it's my same issue that I have with Star Wars. I know there's Minecraft Series 2 that just came out in Germany, and I'm waiting to see images of what those look like. But like as of right now, I'm just like, I can't stomach through Minecraft Series 1 if Minecraft Series 2 is just the same as Minecraft Series 1, which is like Star Wars with the whole fucking Farm Boy Luke debacle that I've mentioned over and over and over. Because like for the Minecraft cards, they have Steve and then like holographic foil Steves or whatever. And it's just like different poses of Steve, or Steve with a different armor piece, or Steve with a different weapon, but they're all like virtually the same. And that's just for Series 1. Yeah, too many Steves and Alexes, exactly, yeah. Or Creepers. So it's just like, really? You released this shit last year, I think. Like, there's so many minifigures that are unique skins to sets that you could have made trading cards on. I don't know. Again, I think it's like what they did with the Avengers. They were kind of testing the waters to see how popular it was. And again, it's the amount of popularity, but also how they tackle it. It's a mixture of that. So the Avengers one's kind of flopped, and that's why we don't see Avengers Series 2 or whatever, is because they released it in the AIM wave of sets, you know, with all the sets that came with AIM or whatever, because I guess it was based off of the video game or some shit like that. The Avengers video game, which I never played. I haven't looked into it much myself, but like that wave of Lego sets, I remember were shelf warmers. And so the fact that the cards are based on those sets, yeah, that anything related to that was kind of set to die. Yeah, with Minecraft, it's like, dude, you got such an opportunity here to do something unique. Why the hell aren't you? Hold on a second. Did I do this wrong? No, I didn't. Okay, thank goodness. I was so paranoid for a second. Okay. What is with all of these 2x2 rounds? And like, again, I've researched into the Nexonites one. Nexonites, I don't know. Like, yes, I'll do it for the sake of no one's talked about it. That alone is enough motivation for me. But like looking at just Series 2, which is what I'd be able to get my hands on, I don't know. 2016 was a weird way with how they did trading cards. I'm seeing, no matter what theme it was. I think in 2018, they kind of wised up a little in a formula. Again, Ninjago's the one they put the most effort into. That one's obvious to me. Star Wars is just free money. And I haven't really looked at the Harry Potter ones. It just doesn't interest me. Okay. That's cool. I like that. Nice, Dion, nice. I have to do this 4 times. Oh boy. I'm actually tempted to look and see if the designer of this set is the same one who made the 2012 one. Like the build is so familiar, you know what I mean? Like, not that I'm saying that the designer copy and pasted someone else's homework, but I'm like, it would make more sense if it's the same designer, because I'm not trying to hate, I swear. It's just the build feels so similar. Yeah, you betcha. Like, the second I get a full series of a trading card series for Lego, I will be doing a video just showcasing the whole binder of all the cards. I'll show off every single card, because that's the ultimate goal. Get a full series of a card beyond just opening the packs and just showing it off. Like, document that stuff on YouTube. Because, like, thankfully I fluked into finding a website, but, like, that website just isn't the best, in my opinion. And no one else documents it. You know, like, obviously there's websites for Pokemon or whatever where they keep track of every card, etc. But it's just like, the Lego one's just too niche. I don't really care that necessarily I'm the one perfecting it. I'm more or less caring about, I'm paving the groundwork for someone to care enough to log it even better than what I can do, you know? Yes, Halloween vibes indeed. I'm surprised they haven't tried doing Halloween-themed Star Wars sets. Like, I thought with the Terrifying Tales short they did on Disney Plus that maybe we would have gotten something. But no, I guess not. Hey, PBJ, how's it going? We're almost done this. We're enjoying this very much. Hope your day is going well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking up after to see if it's the same designer or not. These just feel too similar. I'm good. I'm vibing. I'm feeling like this is probably the first time in a hot second that this has made me feel nostalgic. Like, this is completely new build techniques and everything, but it's so similar to something else I have in my collection. It's nice. Yeah, I just felt like, yeah, we're just gonna build a Lego set because I haven't built one in a hot second. Also, why is that not wanting to go all the way? Oh, weird. Also, why didn't I not put that there? There we go. I guess that works. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks even more better. Now we just gotta attach the little laser cannons. I think we're done. Yeah, I don't blame you, Dion. Like, this is a very fun set. Thanks. Oh, spring-loaded shooters. You know I'm not going to be doing that. Wait a minute. I just realized I didn't put these pieces on. That's fine. I'll just do it right now. There we go. That's better. I'm not putting spring-loaded shooters in. You can't convince me to. I think I know where they go, and I'm just like, nope. Yeah, I know where they're going. We're not doing that. That's asking for them to be tripped. I'm not doing that. Quite a lot of extras, too. That's good. Okay, is there anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, they want me to put that in. Oh, wait, I can put them on the cart? Hold on. You bet your ass I'll put it on the cart. Here, you know what? I'm going to give the wrench to this guy, and then I'm going to have all 4 of the spring-loaded shooters on this. That jumper, man. Okay, so these are pushed down too far, that's why. There we go. Okay, we gotta mess around with this set because there's a few features I wanted to check out real quick. They don't outright say in the instructions here. Interesting. I mean, it's not too inexpensive on the aftermarket in a sealed state. Like, after just building this, I'd say, yeah, if you're looking for a unique X-Wing, I'd say go for this. This one definitely stands out in a crowd. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's decent size. I think the only complaint I really have is the size of the instructions. Which is probably a first. I don't think I've ever complained about instructions being too big. But yeah, these instructions felt way too big than what was necessary. Okay, so let's mess around with this. So it's got stud shooters, but you got the studs in the cart here for you to load up. It doesn't give you any extra to specifically load it up, so I guess that has some functionality to it. It gives you more than enough spring-loaded shooters to load up each of the spring-loaded shooters on each wing, which I'm not going to do. I just don't like spring-loaded shooters like that are just so easy to trip off. So rather just staying on the cart. Cart is a nice little build. It's kind of not needed, but it's nice that it is. And then on top of that, you get a loading ramp that you can attach to the X-Wing. So you can, like, simulate you're loading your figures in. So I like that. It's like an unnecessary thing that by now, today's standards, they wouldn't do. But it's nice that they did back in the day. So there is weapon storage. Not promoted at all in the instructions. But there is a clip piece behind the seat that you can fit the little blaster that you get for your figure. I don't know what the little hook thing is. Let's see, is that... Like, you guys see the blaster, right? I know it's fuzzy, I apologize, but the blaster's behind the seat. There's a little hook thing there. I'm not sure what that's for. I think it's just there to fill the void. But weapon storage is always a plus. Also, I don't think I grabbed Poe Dameron. I think I grabbed just the regular pilot. Okay, this pilot is a nice inclusion, but it's just a regular old Joe pilot. He doesn't need to be piloting this ship specifically. So I know I said I didn't like the gray one, but I almost kind of want to get the gray one just so I can give the random pilot a ship to pilot, so I can have Poe and this guy's ship together. Which is weird because this released before the gray one. So I don't know. Like, I don't really care that, like, the torsos and the legs are the same between the two figures. Like, it's a jumpsuit, it's whatever. What I do care about is if the head and the helmets are different, which it is. So that's like bare minimum for me, and that's good. Dark orange or whatever. Jumpsuits are really kind of cool. Let's see, let's get Poe in here. Yeah, he looks great in there. And then it's not too bad to hold. It feels so much like the 2012 one. And then, so I remember on the 2012 one, they had the knob on the back, but I guess they changed it to set the top. Yes, the knob is obvious, but it's not super obvious. And, like, that's not bad. I don't think that there's, like, too much strain going on the elastics here. So that was the issue with the 2012 one, is people had to replace the elastics because it was really stretching the elastics. I think the elastics were a different quality too, but still. I like this. This is cool. This feels very sleek. You know, you get the swoosh and all that. I do kind of wish that you'd have the option to put a regular astromech in there rather than BB-8. But, okay, the fact that this is Poe's X-Wing, I'll let it slide. But, again, it seems like they had the same technique going on for the gray one. And I'm just like, okay, give me some options with BB units then, if you're just going to make the BB units the astromechs for the new X-Wings, which isn't the case because they showed in the Rise of Skywalker X-Wing that R2 can fit in there. So I'm just like, I would love if they tackled sequel X-Wings in the future. They had some way to interchange the two options. Like, I imagine, like, have it built so that you can fit an astromech, and then have an unnecessary jumper that you can remove that can fit in there with BB-8. That's how I would try tackling it. Again, I don't have the mocking know-how knowledge to make that work, but, like, you guys see what I'm trying to think about, right? When I say that? Actually, you know what? All this talk about the 2012 one has me thinking. I haven't pulled this off the shelf in like a good year. Here's hoping no crash noises. Oh, shoot. Okay, maybe this isn't a good idea. Oh, well, we're already doing it. Got Luke, R2. That's just what I would expect from a modern sequel era X-Wing. If they want to do classic X-Wings, that's fine, but that's just my expectations for sequel ones if they ever do tackle it again. And not in a 4+ scale. Ooh, that is dusty. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to give this set a bath. Holy shit, that's caked in dust. Whatever. It was 2012. 2012 needs a bath, but regardless, here it is, since we've been talking about it so much. I mean, yeah, they're practically... Okay, to be fair, this is the newer Camaro. Remember the Camaro talker from earlier? This is the newer Camaro. This is the older Camaro. It makes sense that this one would be a little bit longer, a little bit sleeker, whatever. For a set that's like released 3 years apart, definitely a lot of similar belt techniques. Like with the little nose at the front, that was similar. The whole, how they got the ridges going. Right down to like the little launcher things on the sides. And then, yeah, like I was saying, the 2012 one, it has the knob. Look at that. And then look at how much it stretches. So again, closed, opened. Was it breaking on the bottom there? That was another issue too, I guess, from the 2012 one, was that the wings weren't necessarily built the best. And then with this one, you got the knob on the top, but still, look at how much it stretches the elastics. I don't think it stretches it as much as the 2012 one does. Well, my rubber bands are cool because I ever since I first got this set, I heard that I was seeing on like Facebook posts that people were wanting to replace it because their elastics were too stretched out and the wings would sag. So these are rubber bands, for the most part, are original from the set, because I never displayed it with the wings open. I always, like, sure, okay, I play with it every once in a while to expand the wings, sure, but I never had to replace them. I think I've only had to replace one elastic, and that's just because when I was moving to the downstairs area here, it got lost. But yeah. Basically, with these older sets that use the rubber bands, just keep it on the set if you want. Just don't use the functionality where it stretches it. And like, I think the most recent example for a recent set that you might have, or you or anyone else might have in your collection that I can think of that uses rubber bands, is the DeLorean, the big scale DeLorean, because it uses elastics to have the wheels flip out. So, like, sure, flip out the wheels every now and then when you're playing with it, but, like, if you're just having it on your shelf, don't display it like that, unless you're willing to buy extra elastics or whatever. Wow, it's so weird having these two together. Yeah, you can see that. I don't know if you guys can see well on camera. This thing is dusty. And then, yeah, I got Porkins in there. I thought he was Biggs, but it's kind of interesting that he's not Biggs. Let's see, is there cracking on him? That was another thing I gotta look at. Nope, no cracking. Okay, we're gonna find out, because I swear, hold on. We're gonna find out together. I am that curious. Let's see. So who designed this? We're gonna find out. $94.93. Jens Fredriksson. Okay, so keep that in mind. So it's not the same guy. Interesting. But did they make that one? I mean, that makes sense. It's just a copy paste, whatever. But it's not the same guy. It did start in 2012. Obviously, there would have been some collaboration. But it's interesting that they're not the same guy. Interesting. The more you know. So yeah, little advice. You got a Lego set with elastics? Don't use it on display. Just use it only in play. That's how you preserve the elastics. Oh, my Luke has some cracking going on. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, the years of play that these figures have under their belts. I know I would love to like simulate the X-Wing crashing, so I'd like carefully take off the elastics and I'd rip off the one wing or whatever, have it all crash landed when I played with it. It was fun. I had fun with this X-Wing. And then this one's just so sleek and cool. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. I like it very much. Actually, what's the piece count difference? So for Poes, it's 717. And for the 2012 one, it is 560. Wow. I think I have about the same amount of stickers, too, between the two. That's cool. Very cool. Alrighty, I guess I'll bag up the extras and then a little bit of Q&A and then we'll wrap up. Can I fit these in here? I can. Nice. It's a lot of extras. Very good for the store. Mwahaha. Yeah, see, having these two, I don't feel bad about. They stick out, they're different. But I imagine if you're one of those guys who bought every new X-Wing, yeah, you'd have the whole generational excuse, but I just... No way. Very cool. Again, huge shout out to Chris if you're still kicking around. Huge shout out for hooking me up with this set. This is very much a nice set to add to my collection. I'm going to go rewatch The Force Awakens. This is literally what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go make some lunch. I'm going to throw on The Force Awakens. Just so I can see the 2-minute long scene of where this X-Wing debuted. That's cool. I like it. Alright. I'm going to give you guys like a minute, get some questions in, and then after that, I'm going to go watch Force Awakens. So any questions about the build or just anything in general, fire away. And yeah. I do need to sort my duplicate trading cards, but that can be for another day. Just checking my Instagram story to get them all caught up. All right, let's see what you guys. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I always appreciate when you guys pop in. It's always good just to hang out with everyone, see what we're all up to. Just good vibes. That's all it is. I guess in terms of content, for anyone who cares what I have in the pipeline, I know I have a mail time I just got to make a thumbnail for. I don't know. I'm just going to drop that whenever. As of right now, though, If you're a member, you can watch that early, all 42 minutes of it. And then, yeah, when I get around to making a thumbnail, I'll just drop that instantly. We do have a full case opening of trading cards releasing next week. And then I don't know if I'm going to do a review or another thing of trading cards next week as well. But yeah, that's what I got in the pipeline for next week. By the way, Jordan's birthday is tomorrow. So if you're on Instagram, I'll probably make a post about that. But yeah, happy birthday, Jordan, if you're watching. Anywho. Yeah, a very enjoyable set. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Please make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed it and if you haven't already. Yada, 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 all that fun stuff. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and week. And we're one day closer to Soundwave releasing. I'm excited. We'll do Dion. All right. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I said that again. My goodness, what's wrong with me? All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.